This interactive songwriting session looks at adding harmony to your melody. There are many different techniques that you can learn to help you do this. Please pause or skip this video as you feel necessary. Now that you have a melody, the next step involves making harmonic choices. I'm going to share with you some techniques that you can use to help you do this. Firstly, choose a harmonic rhythm. This is the rate at which the chords change, and it is often influenced by the tempo of the song, that's the speed. For example, if the chords are placed too closely together, they may crowd the melody if the song is played at a fast tempo. On the other hand, if the rate of harmonic activity is too slow when the song is played at a slow tempo, there may not be enough musical interest to keep the listener engaged. The choices you initially make concerning harmonic rhythm should serve as an outline to be altered as the process develops. For example, Bob Dylan's song "Hey Mr Tambourine Man" is upbeat, and that is reflected by the harmonic rhythm, which only changes per bar to not overcrowd the melody. Have a listen. Hey Mr Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey Mr Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning I come following you. On the other hand, the Beatles song "Let It Be" is a slowish ballad, and this is reflected by a faster harmonic rhythm, which changes twice per bar, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chord, chord. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Of course, this isn't a set rule, but a good guide to get you started. Once you've decided where you want your chords to be, you then need to look for chordal outlines within your melody and make decisions on choosing which chords fit the mood. I'll show you how to do that now. To help you do this, you can choose chords from the Diatonic Series. Most melodies belong to a key, which is a set group of pictures. We build keys by using different combinations of tones and semitones. A semitone is a half step from one note to the next corresponding note. So from F to F sharp, or D down to D flat. A tone, on the other hand, is a full step, so from C to D, or F to G, for example. The most common key is perhaps a major key, where the scale is built up from the following pattern: tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. A C major scale would therefore be C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I'm building that by starting on C, going a tone up to D, a tone up to E, then a semitone up to F, a tone up to G, a tone up to A, a tone up to B, and finally a semitone up to C. The pattern is tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. G major would therefore be G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. That's G, a tone up to A, a tone up to B, and then it's a semitone to C, a tone to D, a tone to E, a tone to F sharp, then a semitone to G. Major keys produce 7 different chords, which we call the Diatonic Series. We build the chords into this series by starting on a note of the scale, such as C, and then missing a note, E, missing another note in the scale, G. Our first chord in the Diatonic Series is therefore C major, made up of C, E, G. If we do this on the next note in the scale, D, and miss a note in the scale F, miss a note in the scale A, we end up with D, F, A, which is D minor. And we can keep doing this throughout the scale. The major chords are often described as happy, whereas minor chords we can think of as sad. A diatonic chord series always follows the same pattern of major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. So our 7 chords are major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. Don't worry too much about the diminished chord for now. In C major, it works like this. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished. Those 7 chords belong to that diatonic series and will work well together when writing a song. Let's look at G major. We said that our key has an F sharp in it. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. We built our major scale by using the pattern tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Again, we can build chords in that series by starting on a note, G, missing a note in the scale, B, missing a note in the scale, D. G, B, D is G major. We know that our pattern of chords will go major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. So we end up with G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished. Learning the chords that belong to a key can help you choose chords when looking for chordal outlines in a melody. Let's choose something really simple as an example. I'll do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So first of all, I'm going to think about my harmonic rhythm. So Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is quite a slow ballad. I'm therefore going to have a fast harmonic rhythm, changing every 2 beats, that's twice in a bar, to keep the listener's interest. So that would go like this. Twinkle, twinkle, 1, 2, 3, 4, chord, 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 chord. I now need to choose chords from my diatonic series in C major to accompany this. So the melody starts on C. It goes C, C. I know from my diatonic series that the chords that have a C in them are C major, F major and A minor. Let's see what they sound like. Twinkle, or, twinkle, or, twinkle. I like the first one, C, and it is our key, so let's start with that. Twinkle. Our next note is G. Twinkle. The chords in our diatonic series that have a G in them are C again, E minor, and also a G major chord has got a G in it. Let's try that. So it could be twinkle, or twinkle, or twinkle. I don't think the original song does this, but I quite like the E minor. So we're going to have C major and then E minor on the second half of the bar. Twinkle, twinkle. The next note is an A, little. So the chords that have an A in them are F major, A minor and D minor. Let's try those. Little, that's F major, A minor, little, D minor, little. I'm going to choose F major. So we've got C major, E minor, F major. That sounds like this. Twinkle, twinkle, little. And I'll go back to C, star. So you can build the whole song by knowing your chords from the diatonic series and finding which notes match. I'll show you the whole thing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Now, Twinkle, Twinkle is a bit of a simple song, but you can apply this technique to any song, and you'll find that lots of pop and rock songs, and whatever type of music really, even classical, jazz, they do this. Another technique to think about is something called dead spots in your song. These are areas where the melody is stopped or is resting, and you can use different harmony to bridge the gap and add interest. For example, in the song I played earlier, Let It Be, the melody goes like this. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And at the end of the phrase there's a gap. And what the Beatles did to add interest is they increased the harmonic rhythm and also added several different chords from our Diatonic series, like this. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. This is something you could do. Look out for dead spots in your music and change the harmonic rhythm and use different chords from your Diatonic series. Finally, you can add colour to your chords by using inversions, which is simply the order in which the notes of your chords are placed. We say a chord is in root position if it is played with its root as its lowest pitch. Playing a C major chord, therefore, with a C at the bottom followed by an E and a G, is playing C major in root position. You can invert this by placing the E at the bottom at the lowest note, followed by a G and a C. This is known as the first inversion chord. It's less stable than the root, however. Finally, we've got C major second inversion. This is where we have a G as the lowest note, followed by a C and an E. The chord's always made up of the same notes, but it's which order you place them in, and this can add a real interest to your songs. As an example, the first 4 chords in the Bob Dylan song Hey Mr Tambourine Man that we looked at earlier are G major, A major, D major and back to G. Before I played these in root position, sounding like this. G major, A major, D major, G major. However, if I played them in first inversion, it would sound like this. Then I'll finish on the root. So that's playing a G major chord but with a B as the lowest note, an A major chord but with a C sharp as the lowest note, a D major chord but with the F sharp as the lowest note, and then back to G. Sounds really different. Listen once more. This is in root position. And then in first inversion. You can use a mixture of inversions to get the sound you want. Here's what it sounds like with the words. Hey Mr Tambourine Man, play a song for me. And then in first inversion. Hey Mr Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Spend some time practicing and learning the techniques outlined to develop your songwriting craft. As always, remember, there is no right or wrong way. Make something that is individual to you.